Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, let's do a random ranking. Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. Also, what's kind of fun about this is because they are random, it's fun to also find commonalities between them. Sometimes they may share an actor, sometimes they may share a genre. Just kind of depends, but that's kind of a fun part of it too, I find. Anyway, let's get to picking those movies. Maybe something from this section. That feels like a thick piece of physical media. Wonder what that's about. Ooh, oh, watch it, Watchmen. All right, and then we'll pick over here behind the Watchmen. Who watches the Watchmen? And then, you know what? Let's just go right here. I don't feel like stretching too much. All right. Okay, I feel like I just ranked that one, did I not? All right, okay. Yeah, I can do this. One of these I feel bad, though, because I've only seen it one time, and I feel like I need to rewatch it. I kind of need 2 piles. So over here in front of me, I have my entire collection that I haven't seen. I pulled them out of here. But then I need to make a separate pile, and I've been actually adding those over here, but I need to separate the piles into have not seen, have seen, yet needs a rewatch. And that movie that needs a rewatch is The Crow. And who knows what I just did there when I said that title. Anyway, so yeah, I've only seen this one time, and I was very late seeing it. I had a friend who loved it. All he did was ever talk about it. It was his favorite movie, and then the rest of my group of friends, we would always kind of like joke with him about how it's his favorite movie, and I don't know. I guess I don't think that's why I didn't see it. I don't know. Somehow I just waited a long time, even though my group of friends had all seen it, and one of them, it was their favorite movie. So I think it's weird that it took me so long to see this. Like, it was probably, I don't know, maybe a couple years before the pandemic or something like that. I honestly can't remember, but I just remember I was late to it. But I did like it. I loved that Ernie Hudson was in it. That was a surprise. Didn't expect to see him in it. And obviously the tragedy that happened on set with Brandon Lee. That's a very sad backstory that this movie has. But yeah, I would like to revisit it because I've only seen it the one time, and I think I liked it, but I wasn't like amazed by it as my friend was, obviously because it's his favorite movie, and I was just like, I don't really know how this could be his favorite movie. Maybe some people's favorite movie, but not his, so anyway, all of that to say, I need to check it out again because it's been a while, and I just had a general like, is what I remember. Next we have Akira, which I feel like I really like. Really love the art here, especially at the end. There's just a lot of grotesqueness to what we are seeing. Bulbous, globular, veiny, just I don't know, like all of that's drawing that we're seeing in this is just like something that I wish I could do naturally. I feel like I could mimic that. I could copy something like that by looking at it, but I just don't think that could just come from my mind and then I could put it to paper. And that's like a jealousy I have when I'm like watching this movie. I'm just like, I wish I could draw like that. I'm more of a painter anyway, but that's just something I always feel when I'm watching this movie, is just I'm in awe of its art, and I just it's a lovely movie to stare at, and I just feel like so many of the frames that are great here. So many of the stills, you could capture a still in this, and it would be worthy of hanging on the wall. Great movie. Next we have Be Kind, Rewind. This is when they mess up all of the VHS movies at a rental store, and then they have to like remake the movies, and they call that sweeting the movies, and they like remake the movies, and put them, for rental. And then this community that's using the store for rentals really gets behind these films and likes them a lot. I think Michel Gondry made it. And what else do we know Michel Gondry from? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Green Hornet. Speaking of The Green Hornet, so Brandon Lee is Bruce Lee's son, and Bruce Lee is was on the Green Hornet show, Kato. That sounds wrong. Kato. Green Hornet. Okay, I think that's right. Kato, right? I used to watch that show on FX, on reruns on FX. Okay, but anyway, so this movie, I feel like it has grown on me. When I first watched it, I was just like, I don't know, I think I wanted the ending to be a little bit more grand and exciting, and it was very low key. And I think I could appreciate that more now, but at the time I was like, I don't know, I want this to be a little bit more exciting. And I felt like maybe Murtaugh, why can't I think of his name right now? Danny Glover. I cannot believe I couldn't think of his name. Danny Glover, I felt like played this role very soft, and I feel like now I could appreciate that more, where at the time I was just like, he's not giving us much here. But I think, again, I think today my maturity has grown to where I could probably pick up on what he's trying to give there. Anyway, let's get to ranking these. You know what, I think this is a pretty easy ranking for me. And I feel kind of bad because Be Kind Rewind, like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little tired of intertextual references in movies and things like that, meta type stuff. I don't know if I am, but I don't know, like, this movie references a lot of other movies, and that's really fun to see. Like, when they're remaking the movies, it's like, oh yeah, they're, remaking Ghostbusters, they're remaking Back to the Future, they're remaking this, they're remaking that. And I don't know, I guess knowing that that's in this movie, I'm surprised I'm putting it at number 3, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this at number 3. But again, as with both of these movies, I feel like they need rewatches, because I feel like my maturity, the years have gone by, and I could like these movies more than I do. Actually, I feel like I liked The Crow when I watched it, but this one is one I'm putting at the end because I remember the last time I watched it, or the first time I watched it, I was a little like, I don't know if I like this that much. Anyway, let's get to ranking. I'm going to go Akira number 1. That one's probably a given almost any time I pull it. It depends on what else is out there. But then I'm going to go The Crow. Just the visual aesthetics that we are getting, that gothness, that hot topicness, all of that is nice. I like it. And Be Kind Rewind has that, 2000s, mid-2000s look to it. When did that come out? Mid-2000s, like, hipster look, where everything was, like, I don't know, like look at that. You know what I'm talking about. That type of lettering. Like, think of, like, Napoleon Dynamite. Think of Juno. Think of the Little Miss Sunshine, and all those New Zealand movies and stuff. Eagle versus Shark, or whatever it's called. And, yeah, think of, like, that type of stuff. Okay, so, yeah, Akira, then The Crow, then Be Kind Rewind. But again, Be Kind Rewind, I think I would like more now, like, each viewing. Because I think I did start to like it more on subsequent viewings, but that first one I remember being like, I don't know. Anyway, but it's still been a long time since I've rewatched it. My question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.